All right.
Oh, God.
Question. It's not a bad question. When y'all buy underwear, this is on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all buy underwear, do y'all wash them before y'all wear them, or do y'all just throw them on?
So I'm guilty of just taking them out the pack if I bought a pack. But a lot of times when I buy underwear, I'll buy them from like a spot where they're not in a pack. So I definitely wash those. But I
Oh, like the loose leaf?
Yeah. So when they're like on a hanger or something, or they just like out, I'll wash those because I don't know how many people didn't touch those. You know, like you go to Nordstrom or something, or Victoria's Secret or something like that. The panties just be out. I'll wash those. But sometimes I've been guilty of the ones that come in a pack. Like if I get a Target or something, you know.
Oh, those big packs. I've gotten those my entire life, like the Hanes and stuff that come in like 5 or 6, pack to butt.
Yeah, when I used to wear them.
Yeah,
I was guilty when I used to wear.
I definitely don't. The only thing that I wash before wearing is if I go like thrifting or something. Like if you go to a place, like I'll have to wash those before putting it on. But I never really thought of it like that. It's kind of like how you have to wash chicken after you take it out the pack.
See, you went to chicken. I was going to bedding. You know, when you buy new sheets, you're supposed to wash those first. Now, I do that.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I usually keep a rotation of 2 things of beddings.
Mm-hmm. But when you first bought them, did you wash them before you put them on your bed?
Remember. No, a lot of times, like when I buy them, it's out of like, I need some new ones.
Yeah.
So it's like,
necessity.
Throw it. I don't know. I might have.
Hey, why you be having to get rid of sheets? What you be doing? What you be doing on your sheets? So where you got
shit in the bed? Is that what you wanted me to say? No, I think that you kind of know when it's time to upgrade.
When you want the little balls on them.
A little better. No, it's never gotten that bad. But I just
really.
You want to get you got to get better quality, better thread.
No, it's how you wash them too. It's about better thread and how you wash them. You should never wash your sheets with towels.
Oh yeah,
because towels are rough.
There's usually not enough space because I be washing the sheets with the comforter and it just I be stuffing it in.
Stuffing it in. R.I.P. to your washing machine in a year.
No, I mean I'm trying because you know how we were talking about those people who said they wash their sheets like once a year.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, I wash them weekly.
Those be the people who
depending on the activity.
Right. Those be the people who get home and get into bed with their outside clothes. Oof,
when did you stop doing that?
I don't know if I ever did that. Just because,
you would never, even as like a teenager or a young adult, you never just came home and got in the bed, like never just went to.
I always slept in my drawers. So even when I get home from like a party or something, there'd just be like a trail of my clothes to the bed, and I'll get in my drawers. So maybe that counts because I've been outside and I didn't shower. But nowadays, like, especially since the pandemic, when it's like touching or sitting on anything was like a big deal. Like I have a pretty nice couch, so I won't even get like, if I get home, I'll like sit on the edge of my couch, but I won't really like relax and, lay down until I've changed.
See, I buy like for that because like if you have company and stuff like that, you can't expect them to not sit on your couch without outside clothes on, you know? So I bought this, it's a handheld vacuum that has a blue light on it. So
the white one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's fire.
Well, that one and then the other one, it's a handheld, it's a smaller one. You have it. And
the one for the couch.
Yeah.
The UV one?
That's
a good one too.
So that's for that. That light is...
We are old. When we get excited about vacuums,
I mean, it gets rid of all the dust and germs.
We some elders. I remember how excited I was about that vacuum, that white one, how excited you were. Then Tony got it and how excited he was. And I was like, oh no, I'm excited about the same things as Tony.
Yes. Just wait till you get excited about curtains.
Oh, okay.
Just wait.
Not yet, but I do like a good curtain because I remember when I was living in the Dons. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I had the damn Venetian curtains, and I hated them. The blinds. Sorry, Venetian blinds. They're not considered curtains.
Oh, because I didn't know what you were talking about when you said Venetian curtains.
The individuals that be falling off, and then they just bend. And then they like lay out, and it's never perfect. There's always one tucked one. I had maybe like 4 on the floor.
And then if you twist it, you run the risk of breaking it.
Ugh.
And so you'll have like a space in between, and you can't like.
And I had a big window that led to like the walkway of the complex. So
anybody could just
when
see
they started really falling, I remember I went to Target at like 11 o'clock, right before it closed. This is probably the most embarrassing shopping at Target I've ever had. It was late at night. I got there right before they closed, and I bought a box that said curtains with an S. So I got home and realized the box should have said curtain because it was one curtain like this.
Oh, no.
And I was like, where's the curtains? So I put it up and it was just in the middle. It was a big window too. So it was just one curtain in the middle, and I had to sleep like that. And then I went back the next day and got the rest of the curtains. And I wondered why it didn't just say, this is a box of curtains.
So you just got like a window panel.
It was like it was one, and I needed like 3 or 4.
Wow.
So I'm not excited about curtains. Because they're liars.
But once you find some good ones, once you actually have to shop for them, then you know that, oh my God, you have a vision of how it's going to look in your place. Like, I like those big, like, suede velvet ones with the tassel on them that holds them
the
back.
tassel.
I like those. I like
that's like how what are they called?
Baroque
style. Like those
Yeah.
old rich bourgeois.
And
the
my
golden
favorite
ones.
colors to decorate are gold and blue. Like gold and blue together, like that blue velvet with gold. Oh, such a nice combo.
No, I'm not excited about curtains yet. But as far as underwear, it'd be pack to pat. Pat to butt cheeks immediately, no wash. Especially these new these new Ethicas. These new Ethicas we've been getting. Shout out to Ethica. They've been showing us love. We've been getting a whole bunch of Ethica underwear. And I'm not a washing. Peel them babies back and slap it on.
But you know what? Supposedly someone told me about this story. I didn't actually see it, but someone had said that their friend ordered underwear on Amazon. And when they got them, they broke out in this like crazy rash.
They were like loose in the box?
I don't know.
Or like a pack?
I don't know. They just said they ordered underwear from Amazon and they broke out in a rash from the underwear. And I was like, oh, maybe they should have washed them.
Maybe the wash wouldn't have done anything for that biological warfare.
Maybe it would have, though. That's
anthrax.
the thing. That's why you wash it, to get rid of anything that got on it in like the warehouse,
right,
and stuff like that. So
you're right. I'm gonna start doing it. I be thinking the pack means they're like brand
sanitary,
new, like they weren't, like there was no, like they weren't in existence before I opened the pack up. Now they're just like brand new.
They went from machine straight to pack and closed. And
no, I don't
sealed.
even think about the machine. I just be thinking when you open it, that's the first time anybody's ever touched them. That's just like my mindset. But there's a lot of people that touch them before.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The only people that touch them are the workers. Now, if they didn't wash their hands, if they had some...
They dropping them on the floor, trying them out.
Yeah.
Imagine. These look good on me. And then fold them up.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to start. And that conversation changed my thread today. I had a scary thread.
Ooh.
But now I have an old people thread.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Mine is a tweet that I tweeted kind of a while ago.
What's yours?
What's your most controversial opinion?
Oh, it's a good one.
Mhm.
Mine is, what old person thing do you do? I know we were talking about rubbing our knees and stuff.
We were. I was just doing that right now.
Well, this might be the first repeat, but the comments are fresh.
Okay. Okay,
So-
well, let's do it, because I know it's going to be funny as hell.
Well, you go first,
You want me to go? All right.
just in case.
Okay. What's your most controversial opinion? I say mine in the title, but I'm going to read mine after.
Okay. Controversial opinion?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And these are just opinions. This is how people think. I've been a designated side dude for years, and I play my part. You call me, I don't call you, and I'm not here to solve your problems, but to ease your mind. Because you really can't believe what she's telling you, because in reality, it's two sides to a story. So
It's solid.
it's controversial because you cheating. Well, she cheating, you know, but
I saw a video of people doing super hot takes, and it was like a crazy mix of horrifying takes and like people that had weirdly good points. Like somebody said that they brushed their teeth in the kitchen because of that science experiment where every time you flush the toilet, doo-doo particles be like in the air. So that's why you should always cover your, them little toothbrush covers because you could get sick. So I was just like, yeah, I mean, the kitchen's weird, but that is another place with a
people that
sink.
have gotten sick from that, though?
Personally?
Yeah.
Would you admit it to anybody? Would you ever?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like
that.
I feel like the particles have to be so small.
Yeah.
That.
And if you got sick, you probably wouldn't be like, it's because I doo-doo next to my toothbrush. Like you wouldn't. They told you that on a scientific level, so I don't know if anybody would know. They just said it could happen.
Sick, maybe somebody tampered with your toothbrush.
I mean, why would you even consider the toothbrush?
I guess you wouldn't.
I think they just did a science experiment and said like this could get you sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you would immediately like sneeze and be like, I shit on my toothbrush.
Right. Right. Or if you have like one of those cupboards to just put it in the cupboard and close the lid, right?
Yeah. Controversial opinion.
So my opinion, I'm just gonna say my opinion because a lot of the responses were responding to me.
Okay.
So my opinion is that the homewrecker is the person in the relationship, not the one outside of the relationship.
Sure.
So
that's not controversial. Why?
It is, because the homewrecker is considered the person that's outside of the relationship.
That's how it's considered.
So my opinion is flipped.
Right.
So from what people call the actual homewrecker, I don't believe is a homewrecker.
I think it's not controversial though. I think that's just
Pretty
a good
controversial.
point. How? Who would argue that?
Me, because I'm saying the opposite of what everyone else says.
Right.
So that's why, for me, it's controversial. And then there's responses. But someone says, a wrecker is someone or a thing that has one job: to wreck, destroy, make no more. If the home is established, then we all take part in the wreckage, right? It takes willingness to sin willfully. The one who lets evil defeat them is the wrecker. Case closed. I don't know if he said, I think he's agreeing with me, but he's also saying both. So I'm pretty stuck on, did you follow what he said or no? Hell nah.
Kinda. I mean, what he's saying is just like the wrecker is the one that's like, I'm destroying everything, which is why I'm assuming his side is the outside person is the home wrecker.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounds like he's saying both. This guy says, unpopular opinion: when marriage vows to have and to hold, forsaking all others, are made, that's a contract. When one person in that monogamous relationship denies their partner that intimacy they abandon their options for, that person effectively frees their partner.
I guess the reason why that would be controversial is because I think the outside person is called the homewrecker because they see the home. And a lot of times when it's like, dude at the bar is like, is she single? And she's like, nope, I got a ring.
He's
It's like,
well, fuck your husband.
well, I mean, a lot of times it's like, oh, they're married, leave them alone. That's like
Mhm.
the sensible thing. But then some people are just like, I don't care, I still want that, and then they kind of add a layer of temptation. I think you're right. The one who knows about the home and decides to, like, go outside is really the one who destroyed it. But I think it's
Mhm.
almost like that outside force that shouldn't have been a problem,
Mhm.
like that added temptation because they didn't care about what was going
Mhm.
on and they felt like they could split them up. I think that's kind of why it's considered a homewrecker, even though sometimes the person in the relationship is the one who pursues it,
Right. And that's what I was thinking. I can't tell you how many times I've been approached by married men who will come up to me like on the street and be like, hey, can I get your number or whatever? I'll be like, no, I got a man. You'd be like, so I got a girl. And I'd be like, so what are we doing here? Like, why are you approaching
Yeah.
me if you have a girl? And so
Yeah.
I've just always felt like everybody can't be the wrecker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if one person says no, but it's the person in the relationship that's seeking other people out, then ultimately he's going to find someone or she's going to find someone. And
Right.
they're, in my opinion, they're the ones who are, who can only bring that type of energy to the relationship. Now, if somebody who has no dealings is like harassing a person, then that's causing problems in the relationship, and the person in the relationship doesn't know how to handle like the harassment, whether it's like somebody at work or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that's somebody trying to be a homewrecker.
Somebody trying
but
to
I
be
feel like there's like a certain type of person we think of when we think of homewrecker. Like I'll say the most famous example would probably be like an Angelina Jolie, right? Like a seductress, somebody who is very like known for having insane sex appeal, and she's kind of like that I get what I want type of person.
So the Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt.
And then Jennifer Aniston seems like she's just at home like, how was your day, honey? Like just completely innocent, doing everything she needs to. And then Brad Pitt goes on, what is it, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and is like, I mean, I was hearing wild rumors about that. Like she was like getting naked under the covers and like really like she was like really naked when she didn't have to be, and like really just like, man, I don't care about all that. Watch out, Jennifer. Like I'm coming.
So you calling Angelina Jolie the homewrecker?
That's not just me. That's a thing. And then she like she won. Like she
not she won.
No, I mean like he left. They like had babies and stuff like that. Now I think they're not still together, right? I think
I don't think
split
so.
up. But yeah, I feel like that's like the sort of like the poster child.
So if he gives into
wrecking.
the temptation, if he gives in, or he or she gives into the temptation, then the other person is still the homewrecker. Because I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like if that person like left the relationship, that wrecked the home.
Right.
If that person invited that energy, if they succumb to any type of temptation out there, like because they're at work, right? So she may have been attracted to him or whatever, and be an extra in their scenes, but at the same time, he could have been like, "Yo, what's going on here? Like, I'm gonna need you to pull it back and wrap it up," and he could have put in some sort of discipline, boundaries, but instead it's like, oh, that's what you want to do. Okay, we'll run it then. And then you end up leaving your relationship and marrying her. So I feel like in those situations, the person in the relationship has the greatest responsibility to the relationship.
Sure.
So I don't know. That's just always been my little opinion that a lot of people disagree with me on, and they think like the other person, because somebody else is coming in and bringing that energy and that temptation and trying to steal. Because I mean, listen to the songs nowadays, I can fuck your bitch, or oh, you think your man is yours, I could take him from you, blah blah blah. So there's a lot of people that
is it homewrecking if they're just boyfriend and girlfriend though? That's like,
I mean, they call it that because they call it, if somebody's in a committed relationship, period, and somebody else comes in and they're cheating, I've always heard it called that. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I just doesn't. I always feel like it's the most intense when two people are like married with kids, and then somebody's like, "Man, watch out."
It's like Alicia Keys can't get past hers. They've been calling her a home wrecker for years.
It's like even recently, you saw that tweet where it said she tweeted she was so innocent. She was like, "I know pianos don't like seeing me when I'm coming, or like they don't like seeing me coming." And somebody was like, "Neither does marriages." Damn, that's crazy to tweet directly at Alicia Keys.
My God! And then for you to see it means it went viral.
It went super viral.
Oh my God!
So wait, what are some other opinions?
Nutella is terrible.
I could live without it. It's not terrible.
Fallout 3 is just as fun as New Vegas.
That's so niche. I played Fallout 3, not New Vegas.
The ratio of ain't shit men and women is 50-50.
Okay, I like that one.
Oh, you do?
We're painted as like 100% of us ain't shit, and you guys are just like, oh, they did me wrong. Y'all ain't shit.
You think it's even?
Yes.
Of ancient men versus ancient women?
Yes.
Patrick, you do not.
Why not? You really think that... Well, I mean, look at all of the good dudes out there that are just like, man, we ain't all ain't shit. That's the exact opposite of y'all. It's like y'all are like painted as most of y'all are good, and there's a very high percentage of ain't shit women.
So you feel like, because most of the men I've had this conversation with have definitely said it's easier to find a good woman than it is to find a good man.
Nigga said that?
Yes.
How are they looking?
They're saying for men, it's easier for them to find a good woman than it is for us to find a good man. You don't agree?
I don't see why a man would have both opinions.
He doesn't have both opinions. He's saying it's easier for y'all to find a good woman than it is for us to find a good man.
So how is a man saying, because men know men,
and he knows that a lot of men ain't shit, and they probably had. So in your life, do you feel like? Because I could say the majority of the relationships I've been in with men, they ain't been shit.
Okay.
Would you be able to say the same thing? The majority of the relationships that you've had with women were ain't shit. No. They were pretty good women.
Yeah.
There's the difference right there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the emperor of men, and you're not the emperor of women.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
I've actually never had an argument where a man actually argued that it was equal or easier for a woman to find a good man than it was for a man to find a good woman.
I'm not saying easier. I think that if I'm agreeing with 50-50, I think that I could go out in the dating pool and find both. Find a horrible woman and a great woman. But I think it's the same for y'all.
Okay.
I just think that, it's constantly displayed, like the ancient man is constantly displayed because, rappers, all of like the entertainers and the stuff that we consume on social media, the people that we follow tend to be the ain't shit ones because they're famous and they just do whatever they want, But I just think that on a regular level, and also like we just have worse role models, like growing up, like it was all about like pimping and doing all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like, I'm not giving y'all a pass. Y'all got women rappers are saying the same stuff we saying. The more I'm seeing podcasters and seeing how people really think, I'd be like, oh, you guys are horrible. Then we got the balloon popping show where I'm just like people are talking too much and y'all hand is being shown. It's just like, oh, y'all just been living in secret. And that's why they always say like, oh, it's so much easier for a woman to cheat. We're slicker than you. We just get away with it. Because I feel like y'all just been ain't shit in the shadows.
But y'all also say the reason we cheat is because there's something wrong in the relationship.
There
there's
y'all
something
go
missing.
again.
That's what they say. That's what they say. That's what y'all say.
And that's the
y'all
slick
have
shit.
agreed.
That's
and
the
y'all
slick
say
shit.
that everything can be great in a relationship, and y'all still gonna cheat.
See, we loud about our ain't shit. We rap about it. We wear it on our sleeves. But y'all just be like, think about how crazy that seems. When we cheat, we just want to fuck someone. When y'all cheat, there's something wrong in the relationship. The man did something. Like,
I didn't make this up.
Y'all be in the shadows.
I like to think that I'm a good woman. Okay.
If we're still giving y'all some grace, which y'all just always need,
you know how
I would say 55-45.
55-45?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give y'all an extra 5%. Why not?
That is very sweet of you. See, you're one of the good guys, right? Oh, another one. I have another crazy, controversial opinion. I feel like people aren't careful enough. It's controversial for a reason, okay? The whole concept of getting trapped with a baby.
Okay.
For me, on the male side, I feel like it's a slippery slope because
real slippery.
It's real slippery because I feel
joke.
like unless she provided the condoms and poked holes in them, I feel like there should be no other way that a man could get trapped with a baby. Pregnancy.
Oh, because a lot of times it'd be like we smashed raw and
we smashed raw.
She locked her legs.
She said she was on the pill. She said she was on birth control, but she wasn't.
That is a lie.
It's a lie, but at the same time, there's a lot of men who don't get in that situation because they don't even play with fire like that.
Yeah, sure.
So if you're smashing raw and you nutting in it, or you getting close to nutting in it, you got pre-nut in it and all that stuff, for me, you cannot then, whether she was on or was not on birth control, for me, you can't be like, oh, she trapped me with a baby, blah, 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 blah. I feel like when you doing the do like that, you're running the risk.
Yeah.
Super risk, because even on birth control, people have gotten pregnant on birth control.
Right.
So the whole concept of she trapped me, I feel like is, for the most part, bullshit.
I think you're right, because I think that the only way to not get trapped is to put a condom on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's layers to it. I think that a woman sneaking and poking a hole in the condom, which happens, or sneaking into the trash can and pouring the semen into their vagina, like how that girl tried to do Drake, that's for sure trapping. I think men who say, I'm putting a condom on and take it off midway through, that's assault, by the way.
Right.
But that is also trapping.
That is trapping. I feel like it's much easier for a woman to get trapped.
But I also think that, growing up, people make mistakes and people really like sex. So I've always been a Trojan warrior, but I just know a lot of dudes. And I mean, there are women that just be having the raw,
Yeah.
And I think that lying to each other is also a form of trapping. Now, you are right. You should be able to play it safe. But saying, don't worry, I have birth control. I'm on birth control, or, I have whatever. And I think a man convincing a woman to have unprotected sex are also forms of trapping too. I think you're right. Overall, it's like you can't really say that, because at the end of the day, you should have worn a condom. Right. But it's like, I get it. People make mistakes. People are in the moment. So I think that lying and manipulating to each other is also trapping.
I feel like we, especially when we become adults, I understand like people get caught up in the moment and make mistakes, but then they'll turn that to, oh, she trapped me or he trapped me, when it was a mutual decision to run the risk to do this.
I think that's
I feel like people avoid responsibility and try to throw that trapped word out there.
Sure.
When I feel like it's a greater responsibility for the man, because he controls that baby gravy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So if you control whether or not the egg is fertilized, then you kind of you hold the key,
right?
And so if you sticking it in locks, that
But I will say that I think women know the power they have, and you have to admit, like, there is a whole culture of trapping on both genders, but it was very popularized, like women that are like, I'm going to All-Star Weekend to meet a baller. Like the whole concept of I'm trying to meet a baller is to use that power you guys have, because you know how easy it would be to just be like, just stick it in, And then I think that's why a lot of men turn around and be like, oh, you trapped me, because it was almost like a spell. Like they came through looking all fine. They let them hit raw. And then all of a sudden it's boom, gotcha. And then it's a lot of times they're not even interested in the dude. And it'd be like, okay, because of your financial situation, now I'm set for life. And I used a person to get there.
But
now,
at the same time,
men do that too.
Well, but I'm saying, even if that's your mindset of, I want to go and meet up with this dude to have a baby, the fact is, he still has to own responsibility that no matter how fine she was, you still didn't know her like that.
Right.
You met her, she was looking good, smelling good, she was putting it on you or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, you have to own responsibility that you smashed raw, because how many dudes are out there that didn't smash raw?
Well, think about what a trap is. A trap, you put some cheese under a box. And it's like, yeah, I'm a mouse. I wanted to eat the cheese, so I played some part in it. But at the end of the day, I still got trapped. The pussy is the cheese. So I get what you're saying. But at the same time, it's like, ever since Oprah's been famous, and we're seeing this like huge, like surge of just women taking over the world, getting rich and doing all that stuff. Niggas have been on that same shit. Man. I'm trying to get her pregnant. I'm trying blah, 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 blah.
I had a situation where I was almost trapped.
Was he poking holes?
No. So he was somebody that I was actually dating, and we didn't use one. We didn't use one. But at the same time, he had stuck it in maybe 3 times. It was 3 pumps.
Ew.
And
was kaput.
Well, he was just like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what, you right, So it was just a couple pumps and done, And then...
What kind of done? Did he do the whole like, we shouldn't be doing this?
No. He didn't do none of that. It was just like, okay, let's stop, like... because we haven't even fully had that conversation of what would happen, blah, 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 blah.
So you put one on and then...
no. We didn't continue.
Oh, shit.
And then
there
what?
With a hard dick and responsibility.
But maybe 2 years later, we had a conversation and he was like, I have a confession. And I was like, what kind of fucking confession would you have? Because we hadn't been dating in a while, so we were just cool, and just kept in contact every now and then. And he was like, this was weighing on me, blah blah blah. I just wanted to let you know that one time that we had sex, I actually did ejaculate.
That's what I was saying.
In you. That's what you were saying, yes. Yeah. But I'm saying in that moment, it wasn't.
He said we shouldn't be doing this.
And he was like, I didn't say anything because I was hoping that you got pregnant.
Wow.
He was like, so I was like, I don't know if you realized I was checking on you, like, hey, how you feeling? Blah blah blah.
That's diabolical.
Later, and I was just
so
like,
you didn't. He took away your choice to make a choice.
Right. So he didn't even tell me that was that had went down. And I was just like,
that's fucked up.
Whoa. So
that's crazy.
Now I didn't get pregnant from that, but it was just crazy to me to be like, up. Okay.
You're a victim.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
But I just thought about it and I was just like, you know what? That's a situation where I feel like, yeah, but at the same time, it was my responsibility to be like, hey, wrap it up, know? So if it would have happened, would I have been trapped? Or
I think so. I think the trap comes from, yeah, you're right. if you didn't want that, then you should have.
Yeah,
but I feel like the trap was, hey, we shouldn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you that you're. And then it's like the trap is I couldn't even make a decision because he lied, which is crazy that he wanted to get you pregnant off of the 3-pumper.
3-pump chump.
I was.
But the thing is, we had already like seen each other's papers and all that stuff, so we knew like everything was good like that. So I think I wasn't tripping because we were good in that aspect. And more than likely, if I would have gotten pregnant, I'd have kept it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's kind of like I said, it's a slippery slope because I could have been like, oh, you tried to trap me. You tried to trap me. You tried to trap me. Or I could be like, you know what? I own responsibility. I'll let him hit raw. The fact that, you know, he lied and said he didn't come and he did, you know, if I didn't want the baby, then I'd be like, oh, you trapped me because I could have taken a plan B or something like that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, that was quite a good thread. Great points were made. I'm going to get this one out the way just in case I did it already. All right. And think of yours. What old person thing do you do? Now, I didn't even know that this was an old person thing, but I am guilty of this. Talk on speaker.
That's old?
I think so. Said I can't do all them sounds too close to my ears.
Oh, well.
That's not why.
That's not why. It's
but I be talking on speakers. Sometimes I have earbuds in, which it took me way too long to realize that was a mic too. Sometimes I'll have earbuds in and I'll still be talking like this. To the point where my friends started recording me doing that, and they're just like, why is he doing both?
How come they haven't released those videos? Let's see them, Pat.
Turn the music down so I can hear the red light change. That's old, but I turn the music down to park and to if I'm like getting to a destination.
Yeah.
But I hear there was like some scientific experiment
I turn the music down
said,
so
like,
I can see better.
Yeah, I hear there is some correlation
It
between
has to
that,
be.
like thinking and all that. This is so old. Exhale real hard just before I fall back into a seat. I do that.
Oh. I don't think I do that one, but you know what I do.
Crack, snap, flap, pop. Every time you stand up. Sound like the beginning of that Destiny's
Sound
Child
like
song.
a goddamn Transformer. No, I rub my knees and thighs.
Change into my house clothes as soon as I walk in the door. We were just talking about that. I go to the grocery store as soon as it opens. I've never done that. That's old. That's
they actually
insanely
have
old.
senior hour early in the morning where it's really only for like seniors to come in and shop.
How they be like crowding in front of Slit Sizzler.
The seniors, they're so sweet. When I worked at Bonds, they used to like put money in my little schmuck. No, because we couldn't accept tips. And so, here, baby, take this. Thank you for helping me to my car.
As long as you don't touch it, you didn't accept it.
Right. I wouldn't touch it. They just put it in my little pocket.
Say, ooh, chow, when I sit down. Ooh. Constantly look out my window blinds to see what's going on outside. I'd be doing that. I'd be Batman at my window.
Really? I don't do that one. I don't give a shit what's going on out there.
This hits home. I use subtitles for everything I watch. I need to hear and see what's being said.
And you know what? I don't like subtitles because I focus on the words. Yeah. So like I won't even let the joke hit before I read it on the subtitle.
They'd be early.
Yes, it's
and then
super
sometimes
early.
It'll be like a suspenseful moment, and then it'll be like punch.
Yes,
like, punch, and then it's like, no! Like damn, I didn't know that was. Now I put subtitles on because there's some people that I just can't understand what they're saying. But now I try to focus on the people with the subtitles on, and I'll just go for reference if I didn't know what was said.
I can't do that.
That's
and
tough.
I wish I could, but I read it like I just read it.
Yeah, I feel that. Sleep with water next to my bed. Oof.
Is that old?
I thought that was just good.
I thought was
water's good.
Who doesn't like wake up and need like
apparently young people.
Even when I was young, I always had water by my bed.
Gotta take a nap before I try to go hang. Yeah.
See, we be taking naps and then don't even go hang.
Rub my feet and knees together when I'm in the bed. Damn, I do that.
Is that old? I feel like
know.
this is just adult things, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I did that when I was a teenager, though. When you get into a bed that's super comfortable, even as a teen. I think I did that as a teenager. I ain't gonna front.
Once I'm home, I'm not coming back outside. Catch me while you can. Sometimes it'd be like that. Always
That's only
wonder
if I went to brunch or something.
Right. Always wonder why a baby don't have a jacket on. I'm not there yet.
Why that baby don't got no jacket on?
Wondering why kids aren't at school when I see them at the store during the day. I don't be caring about that either. That's interesting.
You ain't old yet.
Be needing something sweet after I eat a meal. That's old.
Well, I'm not there. I don't know. My mom do be on some like, I just need something sweet. She'll say something, I need something to crunch on.
Crunch on. I can smell when it's about to rain. You can?
Yeah.
That's old as hell.
No, it's not.
Do your knees kind of hurt before it rains?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but we asked people in Miami and what did they say? Everybody say, yeah, you can smell it before it comes. I mean, if you're in a tropical place or whatever, it has a distinct scent. It's not an old person thing.
That's interesting. That is interesting. I've never smelled the rain about to come. That sounds like a power. Making a sound getting up and sitting down. Saying stuff like these kids have no respect these days. Or talking about how things were when you were coming up.
Ooh. You know what made me realize certain things? The music. The music's
first.
Shift.
Music is first.
When
Music
I'm like,
and dances.
oh, I can't relate. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on here. Who is that?
My glasses was sliding down my nose, and instead of pulling them back up, I looked over them to finish what I was doing.
Oh, no.
That's real old. Play them scratch-offs because you never know.
Scratches are an old thing, huh?
Very
I feel
old.
like scratchers and slot machines are just like
slot machines still be cracking.
Old person stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's cigarettes.
Like slot machines are like it could be rigged way too easy. I don't trust them. Go to bed early. Okay.
Go to bed early and wake up early. They be up at 4:00 in the morning watching the programs.
When you start calling your shows programs or stories, I'm watching my stories. Discussing bowel movements, that's old as hell. Turn on the news and the weather when I get up.
Yeah.
Feeding stray cats and talking to them. Okay.
No, that's just lonely.
That's old though too.
Feeding stray cats is crazy because they always come back and they bring friends.
God. This one is kind of crazy. Don't drive at night. My mama refuses to drive anywhere at night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my mom fancies driving.
I like that though.
Night.
It's like, okay, stay safe.
Cool.
Stay safe in the house, Mom. Saying, Lord have mercy, heaven knows, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Damn. They're
That's
like ancient.
Fall asleep mid-conversation. Have you ever done that?
Yes.
10
years ago too. So what do we say?
Eating ginger snaps and sherbet. Those are good though. I was showered and in my gown before 5 p.m. If you put on a gown,
my knickers, my breeches.
If you put on a gown, you are elderly. And saving my butter containers for leftovers. That's just black.
Right.
That's just
because I can honestly say I did that in college.
That's funny. Not about to waste my gas. It can wait. Some people don't go somewhere just because they ain't got the gas for it. But that's just efficient.
You got to go. You got to put gas. That's just lazy. I wouldn't even say that's old. That's just lazy.
I feel like the problem with that is I'll wait until I have to go somewhere and be there on time, and now I have to get gas.
Right.
It's always the worst time. It's a big trap. All right.
The dances and the music. What's your number one though?
Speaker.
The
speaker. Wait, what's my number one old
That's
person thing that I do?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, using speaker when I have to use the phone.
Damn.
I didn't know that was an old thing, but
well, I you know what? I'm about to fight that one because people be busy when they on the phone. So if you got it on, especially
this is
now, I can see. Well, I could say speaker in public might be an old thing, but at home. So I'm doing my makeup. My mom want to talk to me. I'm not going to hold the phone up to me, and I'm not going to go around the house and try to find where my AirPods are.
Well,
so
I guess
if I
that would
put
be
it
the
on
young thing.
speakerphone while I'm doing my makeup,
well,
is
maybe
that considered
maybe all
old?
the young people have AirPods, not across the house. They just have them all the time.
But in my damn purse or something. I don't want to go to my bag, my purse, to get.
I don't know.
I feel like that's like.
We're pretty youthful.
Yes.
I don't know.
After this thread, I'm not
Sheesh.
feeling so youthful. I'm not feeling it.
Now I'm kind of like questioning my whole routine throughout the day. Like, what is outdated? What is old?
But I feel like, I don't know, old people or older or people getting old, like doing stuff that's more efficient is considered old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like being more responsible is considered old a lot of times, you know? So it's just like.
That's true. Because when you're young, you reckless.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get in on these thickum facts. I got one, and it's kind of crazy.
What's yours?
It's about Fidel Castro.
Damn.
So, the CIA recruited one of Fidel Castro's mistresses to kill him in 1960. Cold world. I didn't even know they did that. They gave her poison pills, but he found out. Handing her his gun, he dared her to shoot him, but her nerves failed, and they had sex instead.
What?
Sometimes you gotta go from murder to murdering that cat.
Wow.
I didn't know they did stuff like that. Like, yo, kill this nigga for us. Because they say that women is the easiest way to get close to a dude for that kill.
That's crazy.
He said, "You can't kill me. Nobody can kill me." And he kind of smiled and chewed on his cigar. She said, "I felt deflated. He was so sure of me. He just grabbed me. We made love."
We made love.
It's gangster.
And then did he kill her?
Oh, not if she told that story.
Well, when did she tell the story?
Mm-mm.
This is the question.
So it's 1960. So.
Jesus Christ.
Gangster.
Mine is quite old and slightly more disturbing than yours. The world's youngest mother in recorded history is Lena Medina, who gave birth at the age of 5. She suffered from precocious puberty, meaning that her sexual organs would develop at a very young age.
Yikes.
The father's identity still remains a mystery even to this day. The doctors at the maternity knew that there was a high chance for the baby to have major difficulties, as Lena's young organism was thought at the time to be underdeveloped. Therefore, not able to offer the baby the nutrition required when developing during the 9 months of pregnancy. A miracle. The baby was born healthy at a perfect weight of 2.7 kilograms and coincidentally on Mother's Day, May 14th, 1939.
That's gross.
It's gross.
I didn't know that you guys could have babies that young.
We can't.
When is the age supposed to be?
It's usually around, I would even, on the younger side of the spectrum, I would say 10. You know.
Shit.
But that's kind of when
she got pregnant at 4.
It says, she gave birth at 5.
That's
yeah.
pretty gross. And men don't start having semen till when?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Because first few times we experiment, it's like a dry fire. So I think we can rule out another 4-year-old boy having sex with her.
Yeah, definitely not. So we know for sure like what that
is gross.
What happened, but
I should have went second. I'm gonna say another fact. That was disturbing.
It is, but I mean, it's just the youngest mother in recorded history.
This life. How about a Sprite fact? You know,
something refreshing.
Sprite can break down acetaldehyde.
Whoa.
Acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. Sprite can break down some shit that's a metabolite. Sprite can break something down that's a part of ethanol, okay? Which possibly makes it an effective hangover curing drink.
Mm-hmm.
So Chinese scientists studied 57 drinks ranging from herbal teas to sodas and found out the best way to ease hangover symptoms may be Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
When we drink, our livers release alcohol stuff, ADH, an enzyme that breaks down the ethanol in alcohol into a chemical called acetaldehyde.
I want to see that word.
Acetaldehyde.
I look at it. It's too long.
So our livers release this stuff and an enzyme that breaks down the ethanol in alcohol into a chemical called acetaldehyde.
Acetaldehyde.
That way, it's not acid, it's acetaldehyde.
Acetal?
Acetaldehyde. That way, less alcohol enters the bloodstream. It's then broken down into acetate.
I can't even focus on
by another enzyme called aldehyde. I got that one. Oh, shit. That's not it. Aldehyde dehydrogenase. According to researchers.
Dehydrogenesis? I don't know.
Genase. Overall, the researchers found that Sprite was one of the top drinks that sped up the ALDH process, causing the alcohol to be broken down more quickly and shortening how long the hangover lasts.
We gonna use this fact?
Sprite just cures hangovers, damn it.
We might just end up ending on
what fucking monkey in a tuxedo is making these names up? Why? Like, why? Why
you was tap dancing like a mother.
Why? What scientist decided to be like, okay, this new thing is called aldehyde dehydrogenase. Why?
You sound like you speak in German.
Like, why would you make a stupid word like that?
You're so mad at this.
Aldehyde. Idiots.
You know, there's a challenge going on right now to drink Sprite as fast as you can. And then
these challenges burping. Kids want to kill themselves so bad.
But if you hear how diabolical the burps are, it's insane. No, it's like they sound like
that kind of sounds like
you sound like red rum.
No.
No, they sound like dinosaurs. It's crazy.
All right, well, there you go, a little thick fact sandwich. This has been another episode of Thick Threads. I've been your host, Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephanie.
We'll see you guys next week.